hate speech. And it's only given to certain political actors. Story number 2, the same people. Story number 3, the same one. Good news is when people have gone to sleep. Yeah. In fact, don't be surprised that the story of today may not find space, maybe number 10 or there. Yeah. When people talk about good things, about the good of the country, usually it never gets the space. But very small stories, and then cutting some statements. When you go and cut my speech in a small clip without the context, and then you start saying, the minister said, if you know that there will be criminals in a particular place, rally, you should not go. You must contextualize, you must put the context in place. Otherwise, and then you start saying, the minister said, everybody take care of yourself, there will be no police in your rallies. You must deal with the context. And you demean the institutions. You limber, and before you report anything about IBC, I prefer you be even more careful. You better be reckless with me. I'm not saying you do, but once you do what you do with IBC, and then people lose faith with IBC, because which alternative do you have? Which alternative do you have? Do you have another commission to take care of elections? So let's also, all of us, become responsible in the things we do. I am a very strong consumer and beneficiary of media, and I believe that responsibly deployed, it can protect our country. With those many remarks, and with a lot of apologies for having spoken for too long, it is not in my practice to do so, but I got the forum to say a few things I wanted to say. Prime Cabinet Secretary, so I apologize for behaving as though I was the chief guest. I am not. I am just John the Baptist, preparing the way for His Excellency Prime Cabinet Secretary. Let us all stand and welcome His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi.
Cabinet Secretary in charge of Interior and National Administration, Chairperson of NCIC, Kefo Mai, Nyamoya, and your entire team of commissioners and office staff, the Chair of the Electoral Commission, Erastus Ndung Epekon, the Deputy IG, who is with us here, leaders of political parties, religious leaders, members of the civil society, private sector, our youth, and our collaborating partners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I think it is still morning, so I say good morning. Good morning. When Kipchumba was making his remarks, I thought it was so important. He didn't have to worry about the latitude he had. Because I think today we are gathered here for a very, very important meeting. That's why we are here. Very, very important. And I hope the import of this gathering will receive sufficient attention and sufficient propagation, because the consequence of what will be discussed here can either make or break the country. That is how serious this gathering is. And that is why we are here to work together, move together, collaborate, so that we can ensure that we save our country from disaster. So let me begin by thanking the National Cohesion and Integration Commission for inviting me to preside over the launch of this roadmap to a violence-free 2027 general election titled Uchaguzi Bila Noma. bila fujo. I think the title captures, in very few words, what we all want to see. We want an election that is competitive.